And that's right. I have an awesome discussion, but it is with a very important person tied to PlayerUnknown's Battleground because it is PlayerUnknown himself. He is here all the way from Korea, and joining us is the creative director of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, GREENE. Good to see you, man. So we saw you on stage at the Xbox press conference. First of all, though, I got to say this game has been such an incredible story this year. Coming out on Steam, and I don't know if you guys follow this if you're a PC player, but Battlegrounds is just blowing up Steam. Everyone's playing it constantly again and again. And for you, I think people may not know your history, so maybe we should just dial the clock back a little bit on PlayerUnknown, because I mean, you really started doing a lot of mod stuff on other games, right? Arma and things like that, yeah.
So I started off in Arma 2.
Yeah.
Way back, I had a DayZ mod server. I love DayZ just because it's a great non-linear game, and I started modding. I wanted to make my own game mode.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could do it. I wanted to make
Army of One?
Arma, yeah.
No, but an Army of One being you.
Yeah, it was me at that stage.
Yeah.
I asked for some help from some other guys in the community, but it was pretty much me at the start. But now we have a great team on the Arma 3 mod. But I started off by myself, moved from Arma through to Arma 3.
Yeah.
And then Sony contacted me maybe 2 years ago about H1, and the rest of H1 is history. But that's kind of my story. Went from modding to where I am now.
So now, so let's talk about Battlegrounds, the game. Some people play it on Steam, know about it, but the console audience may not be familiar with it yet. What is Battlegrounds? Tell us what the type of game it is.
So it's a last man standing deathmatch, multiplayer battle royale. 100 people spawn into the island, parachute down, run around, try to find better weapons, play zone forms, get smaller, kill everyone else. That's kind of the premise.
And, looks incredible, great idea. So tell me about, building and conceiving of this game. You had obviously been successful with doing a bunch of mods. How does that grow to building your own game?
All thanks to the team.
Yeah.
Like, really, I mean, I came into this not really knowing a huge amount about game development. I'm not from the industry, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, I had a lot of ignorance. But I came in, and the team that we have, from the designers to the engineers, they took my overall vision and they made it into this. I mean, and it's a credit to them. I mean, I think I've got one of the best teams.
So how did that team come together? Did they kind of call you and say, hey, we want you to come in and help build a game?
Yeah, so Chang Kim, our executive producer, he led a smaller studio inside Bluehole.
Yeah.
And he contacted me via email maybe a year ago and said, we want to make Battle Royale together. He wanted to make a Battle Royale for the last 10 years.
Wow.
And he saw what I did with H1 and Arma and decided, listen, let's work together.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's why this has all come together in literally a year.
Yeah, he told me like we make a game in a year, and I didn't believe him. I was like, no way. And it just again shows the team how dedicated they are, that we've managed to get something that looks this good. And
yeah, that's incredible. So you moved to Korea.
Yeah.
Met up with this team and started making a game.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's so cool because even the developer Bluehole, it's like not a lot of gamers are familiar with them, but that's the power of Steam. That you can just sort of get it out there and let people start playing, right?
Yeah. It's like Steam is a fantastic platform for this. That you can be anyone, like anywhere, and release a game.
Yeah.
And if it gets picked up, it's a success.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell us about those early days. I mean, putting this up on Steam, the reaction was almost instant, right?
No, it really was. Like, I mean, we were quite open about our development because for me, coming as a consumer and with a lot of ignorance with the game development field, I wanted to let people know how games are made.
Yeah.
So we had a very open alpha, we had a very open beta, just to let people play the game and make sure that entering early access, we were somewhat stable. Because that was my big concern, was entering early access. We didn't want to enter with a game that didn't play really well, because early access can be a poison pill to a certain extent. And we were really lucky to have a good, stable product by the time we got there.
Yeah, so today, obviously, you were on stage at Xbox announcing that the game is going to be coming to the Xbox One family, I guess we call it now?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty exciting. Kind of been keeping that secret for the last month or so, at least. We're very excited. And it's great as well for PC gamers because the development tools Xbox provide for getting games up to spec really help us optimize the game, basically. It'll benefit PC players as well, which is great for us.
Exactly. So all be in one shared universe? People are going to play against each other? Or
we're still looking into that.
Okay.
It's possible. Using Unreal, we can, with our dev kit in the studio, we can play on the live servers. So it is possible, but we just have to consider a few things before we do that.
And on PC, it'll stay on Steam, of course, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll have Xbox One S and then Xbox One X, I guess, as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
that's cool.
Running it in 4K on the One X should be real fun.
I know, but I guess the team will grow to sort of support this. And what's great is, as you said, it's an ongoing experience. I know you're going to be talking tomorrow more about sort of the PC version and where that's going to go. What is the roadmap for sort of how this game is going to expand? Because you have such a huge audience now. Lots of ideas, I'm sure.
I know. I mean, for the moment, our focus is doing like server performance at the moment. Our servers need to be fixed, and we have the team focused on that now. Last month was client performance, and then all the way through, it's more about just providing a stable platform. So, like, you know, we have new content to add and stuff over the coming months, but really it's about stabilizing the game and getting a good performance across everyone.
Wow.
But we have some good things like 2D and 3D replays that are coming, so yeah, I can't wait to share.
Really? Replays? That'll be cool.
Oh yeah, in-game replays, so you can rewatch your whole match back with cinematic camera and slow down time and all this kind of stuff, so you can do really cool machinimas from your round by just watching the whole thing back.
Yeah, because I mean, it looks so beautiful, so incredible, and it's such a great story about you being able to really kind of, you know, build your own vision for this.
This is finally like what I always thought a Battle Royale should be.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just really happy people enjoy it.
Yeah, well, it's such a great story. I'm so glad you're here at E3, and it just shows to anyone out there who's a budding game developer that all of a sudden in a year, you know, amazing things can happen. They
really
top of the Steam charts, and you're a good guy, and you deserve all the success you've
Thanks
had.
so much, Jeff.
Thanks so much, Brendan. Great to see you, man.
You too.